Welcome students. Today on online class, in this video we can study the chapter Structure of Atom and Nuclei. So here we can see the relation between energy and Rydberg constant. So first we know that energy of electron in first orbit or ground state, its value will be minus 13.6 electron volt. We know energy is inversely proportional to n square. For first orbit n equal to 1, so that E1 is equal to minus 13.6 electron volt. In second orbit, energy of electron, it will be minus 3.4 electron volt, because energy is inversely proportional to n square. For second orbit, n equal to 2, so n square becomes 4, so that E2 is equal to E1 upon 4, means E2 upon E1 is equal to 1 upon 2 square upon 1 upon 1 square, means 1 upon 2 square is 4. Minus 13.6 upon 4, it gives the value minus 3.4 electron volt, which is higher energy. See here energy in first orbit will be lower energy, having maximum value, but negative sign is there, so it is lower energy. Whereas energy in second orbit will be minus 3.4 electron volt, is higher energy. Similarly, if we see in third orbit, the energy of electron in third orbit, that will be minus 1.5 electron volt. In exam, a question will be asked, if energy of electron in first orbit is minus 13.6 electron volt, find energy of second orbit and energy of third orbit. Or if another question is asked, if energy of first orbit or ground state is minus 13.6 electron volt, what will be energy of electron in third orbit? So for third orbit, n equal to 3, so E3 is inversely proportional to 1 upon 3 square. So E3 upon E1 is equal to 1 upon 3 square upon 1 upon 1 square, means E3 upon E1 is equal to 1 upon 9. E1 when shifted numerator, then E3 equal to minus 13.6 upon 9. Their division will be E3 becomes minus 1.51 electron volt, means higher energy of electron in third orbit. Energy will be increased step by step. If we can see energy of electron in fourth orbit, then energy of electron in fourth orbit, it will be for fourth orbit, energy of electron, it will be energy of electron, it will be n equal to 4, so energy is inversely proportional to 1 upon 4 square, that is 1 upon 16. If a question will be asked, energy of electron in first orbit is minus 13.6 electron volt, what will be energy of electron in next 3 lines? When it is asked for next 3 lines, means for second orbit, for third orbit, for fourth orbit, we can find out energy, and so that E4 upon E1 is equal to 1 upon 16 upon 1 upon 1. So E4 is equal to E1 upon 16, and so that minus 13.6 upon 16, it will get minus 0.85, which is higher value, higher energy, whereas E1 is equal to minus 13.6 electron volt is lower energy. So here, when we can find out the fifth orbit, its value will be minus 0.54 electron volt. How it can be obtained? If a question is asked, energy of electron in fifth orbit is minus 0.54 electron volt, what will be energy of electron in first orbit? Then we can see that in fifth orbit, n equal to 5. So E5 is equal to 1 upon n square, means 1 upon 25. E5 upon E1 is equal to what happened? 1 upon 25 upon 1 upon 1. We know that E1 is equal to minus 13.6 electron volt. So E5 upon E1 is equal to 1 upon 25. So E5 equal to E1 upon 25. And when minus 13.6 upon 25 is there, then the energy of electron will be minus 0.54 electron volt. Why we are seeing these 5 steps? They are increasing, but higher value, but negative sign is there, and value, magnitude or value of energy is higher energy in outer orbit. For solving another question, when the question is asked, draw energy level diagram. So you can find out, or you can draw like this. See here, in energy level diagram, first of all, we can draw horizontal lines. First line, that is n equal to 1. When n equal to 1, then energy E1 is becomes minus 13.6 electron volt. When n equal to 2, means first of all we can draw horizontal line at bottom of page. If we can measure the fifth line or sixth line, and on sixth line draw another line, that is n equal to 2, then we can find out E2. The energy for second orbit will be minus 3.4 electron volt. Similarly, when we can measure the lines, 4 lines or 5 lines, if 6 lines is measured, then decreasing 5 lines are there, and draw horizontal line, so you get third orbit, that is E3 equal to minus 1.51 electron volt. Again, when we measure or when we count the 3 lines or 4 lines, then N4 is, and draw a horizontal line, then n is equal to 4, and therefore E4 is equal to minus 0.85 electron volt. If we count another lines, either they are 3 or either they are 4, and if we take n equal to 5, so E5 is equal to minus 0.54 electron volt. Means we can draw 5 horizontal lines, and after fifth line, then we can draw lines. For n equal to infinity, then energy at infinity becomes 0. Energy at infinity, it becomes 0. And so that we know, we have studied what is meant by Lehman series, what is meant by Balmer series, what is meant by Bastian series, what is meant by bracket series, and what is meant by Fund series. Here in this picture, only 3 series are seen, but we can draw 5 series. How? When electron, transition of electron from second orbit to first inner orbit. transition of electron from third orbit to first inner orbit, transition of electron from fifth orbit to first inner orbit, transition of electron from sixth orbit to first inner orbit. Means second orbit, third orbit, fourth orbit, fifth orbit, when their transition on first inner orbit, then the series is called as Lehman series. Similarly, when transition of electron from third orbit to second orbit, a line will be obtained. That line is called as H alpha line. When transition of electron from fourth outer orbit to second inner orbit, the series is obtained. The series is called as Balmer series, because Balmer series will be transition of different outer orbit to second inner orbit, and the second line is called as H beta line. H alpha line represents the wavelength for green light, represents wavelength for red light, whereas H beta line, it can represent wavelength for green light. Similarly, for third line, when electron jump from fifth orbit to second inner orbit, fifth outer orbit to second inner orbit, then H gamma line is obtained. And similarly, when electron jump from sixth outer orbit to second inner orbit, then H delta line will be there. So that is Balmer series. Balmer series is arise in visible region, whereas Lehman series will be arise in ultraviolet region. Similarly, Paschen series can be seen when transition of electron from fourth orbit to third inner orbit. When that is first line of Paschen series. When transition of electron from fifth orbit to third inner orbit, it represents second line of Paschen series. When transition of electron from sixth orbit to third inner orbit, then it can represent third line of Paschen series. We know that Paschen series will be arise in infrared region, but the two series will be there which are not seen in this diagram in the book. So that if we can plot or if we can draw a transition of electron from fifth orbit to fourth inner orbit, that is the first line of bracket series. Transition of electron from sixth outer orbit to fourth inner orbit, that is represents second line of bracket series. Transition of electron from seventh orbit to fourth inner orbit can represent third line of bracket series. Similarly, when transition of electron from sixth orbit to fifth inner orbit, then we say that the series will be Fermi series. See here, bracket series is rise in between or lies in near infrared region, whereas Fermi series, when electron jump from sixth orbit to fifth orbit or electron jump from seventh orbit to fifth inner orbit, the Fermi series is obtained, and Fermi series will be arise in the region far infrared. Means near infrared and far infrared, these two regions represents bracket series as well as Fermi series. Means this diagram of energy level and transition between them for hydrogen atom, energy is not in to scale, but representation is there. So